Hello, YouTube family. Greg D, aka the DCUO Gingerbread Man, back here with another short video. Finally got my hands on the Elite Henchmen from the current new DLC. Also, want to wish all of my fellow fathers a happy Father's Day as I'm recording this video on Father's Day 2025. But I wanted to show the and I know that some of the DC YouTubers have posted this already, but I wanted to show what kind of damage that the new Elite Henchmen, the Owen ones, can do, and how much they can help us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them, we'll show them, show how much damage they can do over like a 10-second parser. We'll go through our rotation normally as we would, playing normal stuff. Then we'll put the two together and see what we can do. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pop these mofos. And we're just going to go ahead and let them do their thing there. There we go. Let's just see what they do their thing there. Let's just see. There they go. I'm curious to see how much damage they'll actually do here. So just going to let them go, do their thing. So, I mean, they're hitting for... Come on, do your thing. Oh, I was going to do that. So, they're hitting for... anywhere from, 500,000 to close to 1 million. They're actually only focusing on the one target, which is interesting. So there's the AOE attack. So there you go. I mean, they're hitting between 500,000 and 800,000 roughly. So there's a 700,000. $700,000. Now let's do the comparison too. Okay, so there they go away. So I mean they're 600,000, 700,000 on the low end, 540. All right, so now here's what we'll do. Let's test those Mamma Jammas against. Wait, let's see where are they here. So these are the ones from the spring seasonal event. The first group of Elite Henchmen. Let's wait for them to cool down, and then we'll kind of see where we're at here. So yeah, like let's see. So there was a 666, 782. So I actually wonder if these have got nerfed, because I remember initially seeing some of the YouTubers hitting like 1, 2, 3 million damage. But we're only hitting like anywhere between 500,000 and 1 million, so I'm wondering if they got nerfed a little bit there. But in the meantime, we'll kind of go through our thing. We'll just kind of gotta board them. Let's get all these guys leveled up here. Let's see how the 5 artifacts are treating us. Yeah, so there's a bit. Oh, okay. Ah, stop it! Not even doing it right. One thing that I've come to learn about Spore Pod is I hate the amount of cooldown time there is with it. And I feel like you might be better off in some cases to kind of switch Spore Pod out. Not saying that it's not a bad power, I just personally dislike the amount of cooldown time it has. So that's just something to keep in mind there as we're just talking about things, waiting. All right, so there we go. All right, so let's reset here, let all that stuff go in, and we'll see how the. All right, so we'll see how our these henchmen fare. Let them crop out. I'll hit them just so they get that. So we won't like. Let's see what they do here. Let's just compare. Let's contrast and compare. Okay, well that's not fair then. That's not fair. Interestingly enough, those are actually still hitting harder. So you've got 1 million, over 1 million. Interesting. The Envirotechs are still hitting harder. 750. $1.4. Interesting. Yeah, the Envirotechs are still hitting harder. I mean, if you remember, we were between 500 and 800,000 on the Owen, and the Elite. The Envirotechs are still hitting harder. They're easily over 1 million almost every time. Interesting. And I'm not doing anything. I mean, as you can see, I'm not hitting any kind of attacks. This is all their damage. So, at least AOE-wise, the Envirotechs are still... Well, there's a 660, but I don't know. I think consistently the Envirotechs might be better still. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but very, very interesting. I might try this. Let's see. Is there a single target? I was going to say we might want to try this single target wise, just to kind of see here. Because that is very interesting. That is very interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if they're better maybe single target wise than. That is so interesting. I was not expecting that. All right, let me go back to where are they at? They're up here. Okay. Let's wait for them to pop back up, and then we're gonna test this out again and see. Maybe they'll be better single target. But AOE, they're definitely, the Envirotechs are definitely better for AOE, it looks like. Might have to do some more testing, but from what I can see, as we just saw, that's crazy. All right. Waiting for the cooldown here. Let's see. Waiting for the cooldown. And then we'll, okay, so we're going to pop these guys. All right, let's see what they do. Oops, sorry. That first one is going to be biased because I hit a weapon attack. Let's see, though. Let's see. The first one is definitely going to be biased because I hit a weapon attack. All right, so single target wise, we're looking at 688. $637. 544. So maybe a little bit better on the single target. Overall, just kind of take this with a grain of salt. Make your own decision, but kind of interesting. Very interesting. 498. Now, of course, the damage is going to be a little lower anyway, just because it's a single target and not AOE. But there's not multiple adds here. But. So, pretty interesting there. So we were anywhere from that same kind of range, though, anywhere from like 500,000 to 700,000 over the course of 10 seconds, which I mean is not terrible by any means, but still interesting. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these back on, right? Oops. Put the Envirotext back on. Put those Mama James back on. Put those Mama James back on. We got to wait for the cooldown. Waiting for the cooldown. In the meantime, we're just going to mess around. Blah. Almost there. Now, I will say that the fact that they are giving us more elite henchmen is a very cool thing. I'm not complaining about these whatsoever. And this one, let's see. Final damage boost is 10%. This buff can affect pets and the owner. Which that's the whole thing, and that was that aura that you saw, like circling around us too. So I would see over the course of time that would be, especially in your raid, that would probably be better for yourself and your pets if you're someone like me who likes to run trinket pets, or if you're earth or sorcery that likes to play pet DPS in general. But we're just talking like the actual henchmen themselves and their damage. All right, so let's pop out the Envirotext, hit it. All right, now that first one will be biased again, so we'll kind of see how we're going here. So let's see. Don't pay attention to the first one. It's gonna be biased because I had to do a little hit there. So let's see. Let's see how well they do here. 587. Seven. 792. So they still hit harder. They do. If you're talking just straight henchmen, it looks like they do hit harder consistently. Yeah, that's very interesting. 700, 792, 733. Yeah, they definitely single target and the yeah, that's interesting. They definitely do hit harder on both single target and AOE. Huh. I was not expecting that at all. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, almost 900,000 there. So I guess it just kind of depends on what you want. The Envirotext will obviously give you the extra healing, because they shoot out those healing bubbles or whatever, right? So you can have the extra um, healing uh, capabilities to heal yourself, or if you want the extra damage buff, you can go with those. So really, it all just comes down to what you're really looking for. But I will say that it seems like Trinket versus Trinket, the Virotech henchmen still hit harder than the Owen ones, which is weird. So unless the Owen ones maybe got nerfed, I don't know. But from what I mean, we're clearly seeing here, they definitely hit harder. So take that as you will, make your decision, and yeah, we'll leave the video right there. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, see you soon.